What's up, entrepreneurs? So with everything that's been going on lately around the world, more and more businesses are moving online, and that also means more and more people are willing to pay you to help them. But what are the best online jobs you can do from your own home, even if you don't have that much experience? Well, I'm about to tell you. Hey, by the way, if you're new to my channel, I just want to say a big welcome. I make easy to follow videos on things like starting online businesses, making money online, affiliate marketing, personal finance, and more. My goal on this channel is to help you build multiple streams of passive income, which is something that I've been fortunate enough to do myself. So, if you're into any of these topics, please subscribe now, and I'd also love it if you could hit that like button on this video, as it really helps out this channel. So let's jump into it now. Here are 6 work from home jobs that pay well. Starting off with number 6, which is to be a social media manager for small businesses. So if you're watching this video, there's a good chance you know social media well. You're probably using it every day: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook even, and you probably know it pretty well. And to me, I think you know it well enough to be paid to do it. The thing is that there are a lot of businesses out there who know that they need to be on social media. They know that they need to be on social media to get a following, to get more sales, to get more people to know about their businesses. But unfortunately, a lot of people who own these businesses have no clue about social media. So if you know how to use social media, you know how to use TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, these kind of new social medias which a lot of people don't know about, especially if they're a little bit older, you're actually quite valuable to them. So they'll actually pay you a decent amount of money to be their social media manager. So what would you be actually doing in this job? Well, you'd pretty much just be posting content to their business's Facebook page, their Instagram page. And if you're good at it, you'll also be finding the new kind of social medias, like I said before, Instagram Reels, TikTok, and things like this, which the business owners have absolutely no clue about, but you know because you're actually using it all the time. And the great thing is you don't really need any like high-tech equipment to get started with this. You can simply use your phone, just make sure that you've got good lighting, good kind of, just basic video principles, and you'll be able to do some really good content for them. And like I said before, the reason why this works so well is that most business owners are really relatively old. You know, they might be 50, 60 or 70 years old, and they don't have time to learn how to do these social medias. So they're looking for someone young. They're looking for someone in their, their teens, the 20s, 30s, maybe even the 40s, who know how to use these social media platforms to get their word out. So how much can you make with this? Well, I actually think that this is a really, really good work from home job because you can actually make a decent amount of money. And the most important thing is that it's actually going to be recurring revenue. So I actually think that you can probably charge $300 to $500 a month for each business that you work with to provide their social media for them. So you'll be the ones who post their photos. You might do it, one post a day on Instagram, maybe one post a day on TikTok, maybe one post a day on Facebook. And if you can get multiple businesses to do this, let's say you've got 5 businesses that you're working with at $500 a month, you're going to be making a decent amount of money, and it's going to be recurring every single month. So my question of the day to you guys is, have you had to work from home recently? I know that there's been a lot of crazy things going on in the world lately, so let me know if you've been forced to work from home, because it's going to be really interesting to see just how many of you are actually working from home, and I'm going to be interested to see what you're doing to make some money while you are at home. Coming in at number 5 is to be a YouTuber, and I really want to talk about this one because I'm really passionate about YouTube. Obviously, I've been doing YouTube for like 5 or 6 years now, and it's been an incredible journey for me. One of the great things about YouTube is that you can make videos on just about anything in so many different niches. But the great thing is that even if you've got a smaller channel, let's say you've got 1,000 subscribers, maybe 5,000 subscribers, you can still make an incredible amount of money. So the great thing with YouTube is that you can also make money from so many different passive income streams. Because you've got people's eyeballs, because you've got people's attention, you can make money through Google AdSense, so the ads that you see on YouTube. You can also make money through affiliate marketing. That's something that I've been able to do over the last few years, where you can make money through, promoting other people's brands. You can also sell merchandise, sell t-shirts, sell hoodies, sell mugs and things like that. But you can also sell courses and like online coaching as well, which is a really profitable thing that you can do, because selling an actual course is like 100% profit. So it's definitely something that I would recommend. So you might be saying, Chris, I don't have the cameras, I don't have the microphones to do a YouTube. Doesn't really matter. A lot of people are making a lot of content these days with their phones. The iPhone 12 just looks incredible with the video quality. You can shoot in 4K, 60 frames per second. It's totally good enough. So if you think that you don't have the best video quality, just start making the videos. See if you can get any traction with the videos that you're making, but you can totally do it. There are a lot of people making a lot of money on YouTube, so being a YouTuber is a great at-home job. Now, speaking of YouTube, if you know how to edit video, this is one of the most highly sought after skills that people are willing to pay, and willing to pay a lot. And that is to become a video editor for someone's YouTube channel or even kind of their Instagram and TikToks these days. So if you've got access to something like iMovie or Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere, and you know how to edit and edit fast, you can be a really valuable source for a lot of people like myself who actually hire video editors because we don't have the time to be able to edit the amount of content that we're putting out. So if you do know how to edit, you know how to do some basic kind of transitions, you know how to maybe put on, like a LUT or something like that, so you can color grade the video, you totally can make a lot of money doing this. I have a lot of friends who hire out video editors, like I said before, because they don't have the time to be able to edit all of the videos as well as shoot the videos and then also run a business at the same time. So they'll pay a video editor at least $100 per video that they're going to be editing. So you could imagine if you can edit a video in, say, half an hour or an hour, you can be making $100 an hour for those kind of videos. Now you might be saying, Chris, I don't know how to actually edit videos. How could I do this? Well, there are so many great tutorials on YouTube which will take you from a complete beginner pretty much all the way up to an intermediate to a kind of a medium level editor, which will get you enough to get a couple of jobs, because a lot of videos that people kind of need done are just simple cuts. If you look at my videos here, it's just a simple, cut. There's no fancy transitions and things like this. It's simply a time-saving thing. So if you can learn how to do it, and you can do it relatively quick, you can definitely make some good money as a video editor. But I get it, you're saying, Chris, I don't want to be a video editor. I don't want to have to learn how to do a new skill. Well, that's okay, because there is a job that you can do with absolutely no skill that pays really well, and that is to become a virtual assistant. So what is a virtual assistant? Well, it's essentially being an assistant, but doing it virtually. So what you're going to be doing is jumping onto Zoom calls, Skype calls, and working with someone else over the computer or over your phone. I myself have a virtual assistant. Her name's Lena. She works in Denmark and she's fantastic. What we do is we jump onto Zoom calls, and we'll talk for a few hours doing different kind of works. I've got different clients that I need to have managed. I need to have my emails done. I need to have my calendar sorted. So if you know how to use just basic, Zoom calls, you know how to use Google Docs to edit kind of files and things like that, you can become a virtual assistant. So the best way to find these virtual assistant jobs is either through word of mouth. So if you know anyone who needs a virtual assistant, especially in these kind of times, or through a website called Upwork.com. So Upwork.com is amazing. There's so many jobs that you can do, and they're all freelance based, which means that you're going to be working on an hourly kind of way. You're going to be a self-employed kind of contractor, and you're not going to be on a salary. But the great thing is that because it's freelance based, you can get paid a decent amount of money. So you're not going to be getting paid $5 an hour here. You might be getting paid $15 an hour, $20 an hour. I, in fact, hire my virtual assistant for $30 an hour, and she gets paid a decent amount of money. So if you can bring, a good level of kind of professionalism, you know how to use your way around Google Docs, you know how to use Zoom, and you can really help someone, with the work that they don't really want to be able to do, you can make a good amount of money. And I've said this in a previous video, but if you can learn some extra skills such as bookkeeping, if you can write, and if you can do social media well, you can actually earn a little bit more money as well. So if you're a qualified kind of bookkeeper, you know how to use QuickBooks, or you might know how to use Xero, you can definitely make $40 an hour, $50 an hour as well. Coming in at number 2 is to be a translator. And this one's going to be obviously for people who know a second language. But this is, again, one of these really valuable skills that not a lot of people have the option of. But if you know how to speak a different language, and you can quickly and easily translate documents, you can quickly and easily translate videos and things like that, that is definitely a valuable skill that you can make a lot of money with. As a translator, you can easily make $50 an hour, even up to $100 an hour, translating different documents. And you could even reach out to YouTubers as well, because that's another kind of, way in which we can reach different audiences. So for example, if this video here, this is obviously in English, but if this was translated into, into Hindi, or if this was translated into Brazilian, I'd reach a completely new audience. So what you could do is find YouTubers and say, hey, I'm going to translate I can translate your transcript, I can translate, the closed captions into the language that you want, and then we can get paid doing that. Now, I've got a bonus job that I recommend everyone does because it's super easy to make a lot of money. But coming in at number 1 is to be an online tutor. So we all know back in school, we used to have tutors who would come and help you with your mathematics or your English. They'd really help you, figure out the things that you didn't know, giving you a little bit of extra help that you might not be able to get while you're at school. But in this day and age, everything is moving online. So what you would be able to do is teach people online using Zoom calls, using Skype calls, pretty much anything you can do. So what I want you to do now is think how you can help someone out. What kind of subject you can help someone with. It could be mathematics, it could be English, it could be tourism, it could be geography, but it doesn't even have to be related to school as well. Maybe you're a good cook. You can do these kind of Zoom calls with someone and teach them exactly how to cook. Maybe you know how to do basketball and you can do a Zoom call with someone as well and teach them the drills that they need to do to become a better basketball player. That's one of the great things about the internet, because everyone is on the internet and there are so many different things that people are looking for help with. It's this whole online education thing which is really taking off. And as an online tutor, you can be making so much money. You can easily charge $50 an hour, $100 an hour, even up to $500 an hour if you're really good at what you do and the information is valuable to that person. I have a couple of friends who are business consultants and they charge over $1,000 an hour just to give a little bit of information, which is really gold to the people who are getting it. But $1,000 an hour is a good amount of money to make. All right, for those of you who have stuck around, you are legends. You're going to be getting the bonus job here, which I recommend everyone give it a go because it's probably the easiest way to make a little bit more money while you're at home. And that is to do some voiceovers over at fiverr.com. So what is a voiceover? Well, essentially, it's just providing your voice to read some text and you can make really good money doing this. So you might be saying, well, I don't really have a good voice. I'm not a professional voiceover. People don't really care. What they want is your accent. So if you've got an American accent, there might be people in England who need some content read out in an American accent. That can work for you. If you've got an Indian accent, people are looking for that Indian accent for their kind of specific project. For me, I've got an Australian accent and that will work as well. And the great thing is you're going to be doing this on a per word basis. So you might be having just 100 words which you have to speak, which is so easy. You just literally speak 100 words. You try and be fluent with it and you can get paid doing this. So there you go. They were 6 work from home jobs that I think pay really well. Good luck if you're going to be trying any of them.